60% of America's population lives paycheck to paycheck. 6 out of 10 Americans. There's political consequences for that.
As credit card utilization and delinquency rates are continuing to surge, how bad is it? Let's bring in Stuart Varney, all the way from the Fox Business Network. Stuart, we paid for your travel. Thanks for being here. Let's talk about credit card balances and who it matters to most.
Okay. This is a story about people living hand-to-mouth, paycheck to paycheck.
Yep.
And interest rates and borrowing on credit cards are part of the problem. $48 billion worth of extra credit card charges in the last quarter, bringing us to a total of just over $1 trillion worth of credit card debt.
And now, would you say a lot of this gets surprising, and because the interest rates go up, you look at your balance and say, I didn't really spend that much, but look at how much more I owe?
Precisely. It keeps on going up. You're living hand-to-mouth, paycheck to paycheck. And as we borrow more, the delinquency rate goes up. You're now at 5.78%. It was only 2% in the previous administration. So the 90-day delinquency rate goes up as interest rates rise.
And that is just a fall into an abyss, because as those interest rates grow up, it gets harder. You get more fees on top of that,
right,
and then it gets impossible to pay back. Now, let's talk about this. Debt as it relates to the annual percentage rates and interest.
Okay,
Take a look at this.
Look, here's the surge in borrowing. See that line there? And that's from Biden entering office. There's a surge in borrowing. At precisely the same time, there is a surge in the interest that you pay on your borrowed money. It's now 20.72% as of November the 1st. 20.72%. When Biden entered office, it was 16%.
So when Joe Biden talks about Bidenomics, he says, hey, I got the jobless claims down. I got unemployment down. The GDP went up. But people out there look at this and say, I'm not feeling it. He doesn't get the disconnect why people aren't feeling it. He thinks it's political. But this is the answer to his question.
The story here is the higher the income, the lower the delinquency rate. Rich people can afford to borrow.
Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, okay. The lower the income, and you're looking at this line here, the lower the income, the higher the delinquency rate. Okay?
So here's the 25,000 right here.
Yes.
The people that make over 100,000 don't really have the problem. They're not carrying the balances.
They don't. That's right. So you're squeezed. The lower your income, the more the squeeze. That's why you had that lady on from Pennsylvania the other day who's doing everything right, 4 jobs, and she's still living hand to mouth. $200, $300 to last 10 days. That's the story here. Rising interest rates, scrimping people in middle America. That's the story.
And she told us that they have both incomes, 2 good jobs.
Yes,
one registered nurse says it is now Tuesday, it's Monday, and we have $200 for the rest of the week.
Yes.
That's what people feel. They don't look at the GDP.
No.
They say, this is how I feel.
60% of America's population lives paycheck to paycheck. 6 out of 10 Americans. There's political consequences for that.